took him to ABC, and his popularity was unanimous there, except for the boss. The boss didn't like him.
We take him in to Lou Ehrlich. And Lou Ehrlich says, I'm not knocked out to Reuben. He says, Reuben, this guy's not a leading man.
Television in those days was the Aaron Spelling version of TV and Dynasty and those kind of shows and Dallas and all that stuff. And Glenn wrote a script that I got immediately, and I know who this guy is. And but I certainly was not the Aaron Spelling type.
Parking lot, all blacktop and new. Drive on in, we're expecting you.
New TV show?
Feature film, Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray, Jessica Lange. Parking lot, you get it?
Kind of romantic, kind of exotic. People come to the parking lot all on their way to exciting places.
Finally convinced ABC to let me hire Bruce. I had to swear, I had to promise that I wouldn't let them get romantically involved in the pilot, because it was the feeling of all these gentlemen who ran the network that no one would ever believe that Cybill Shephard would fall for someone who looked like him. So for me, it was this sort of like, you know, piece of subterfuge to sort of lay the track that they were going to get romantically involved.
Did you come in here to tell me something?
Me? You? No. Nothing on my mind except you. And this luxuriously thick head of hair.
But I gotta tell you, talking about the audition, the screen test, the real screen test, the cameras weren't rolling on it, happened in the elevator going up to go do the screen test. I was flirting with Cybill in a big way, and she was going okay. I mean, she wasn't slapping me, so that was always a good sign.
Let's talk about books. Me, I read left to right. How about you? Is that an amazing coincidence or what? All right. You want to get deep? Let's talk about sex. Who'd have guessed? I like sex, too. I think it's almost frightening how much we have in common.
I think the main thing that helped maintain that chemistry was the fact that Bruce and I were never lovers. And so there was always that tension, too.
Now, don't look back and try and see me. Just know that I'm right in back of you, and yes, I am looking up your dress.
I knew what I was looking for. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know what it was going to sound like, but I knew fundamentally what it was. I knew if you put that next to that was going to happen.
We were meant to do 6 episodes in this mid-season pickup, is what they called it, and we only ended up doing 5, which kind of set the tone for the 4.5 years of the show, because we never really completed our homework.
In the first show, the first sequence on Gunfight, the first sequence we shot with Bruce and Cybill was downtown in an alley. And I think everybody was still, including Bruce, I mean, I seem to remember a little bit of coaxing him out of the trailer, and we were going to shoot the sequence where he's teaching Cybill to walk, because she wants to go into this bar and he doesn't think she's going to know how to walk. He just lit up, and when he ripped her dress at one point, she started to crack up, and he said a few lines and she would crack up. And I think there's a kind of couple takes where you see her really genuinely losing it as Cybill Shephard.
Now what are you doing?
Don't worry, this will only hurt a second. Not a bad attitude at all.
And I think it was somewhere in like the 3rd episode that it really began to, that's it. We finally got it.
Why do I let you do this to me? I see you coming, but I don't run. I hear your voice, but I don't cover my ears. Why?
The truth, it's not your fault. You can't help yourself. No one can. Me, I'm like
a traffic accident.
That was when everybody got the sense of, ooh, I think this is going to really take off.
It wasn't as if we knew we were creating it for some constituency. It was an oddball show for ABC, certainly at that moment. I was making a show that I thought would amuse me, the kind of show I would watch.
Got a great idea for a Broadway show. Lots of singing, lots of dancing, big sets, bright lights. Want to hear what it's called?
Train station? David, it was just a lucky guess. David, it'll never happen again in a million years.